After the underground mines closed in our area, much, if not most of the equipment that was used was brought to scrap yards. Aside from some surviving pieces that are used at mine tours or for display purposes, nearly everything else was never to be seen or used again. Fortunately, one piece of equipment stood out to a group of individuals who were passionate about coal mining, and they knew they couldn't let this just be another item cut up for scrap. They didn't know what they were going to do with it, but they knew that they needed to rescue this piece. Decades later, that item has been brought back to life even better than it was before, and with a new purpose. Today is a day of when years of hard work and dedication has paid off, and history is set to be made, and it all starts right now. Currently coming to you from the headquarters of the UGM, the Underground Miners. And I was invited here because they're set to unveil a project that they've been working on for quite a while, and soon will be available to the public. I'm not only going to be documenting the transportation of it, but once it arrives at its new home, we're going to learn more about it as well. And it's located right back there. If you want to see what it is and learn more, you know what to do. Just come along with me. So we are here at their location where they do work on their projects. And inside there is one of them, which is now completed, ready to go to its new home and to be able to be demonstrated for the public when they arrive at the location. Some of you probably know where it's going to, some of you probably don't, but we're going to see it at least get loaded up and then get it transported and talk more about it, maybe even see it in operation. I didn't know any better. I think they've done this 1 or 2 times before. Honestly though, it went flawlessly. I mean, they got it on there safely. The boards held the weight. They were crunching and cracking a little bit, but you know, it's a lot of weight. But they were able to make sure it wasn't going to bottom out. So they put extra boards to kind of cover the gaps. And now it's on there getting tied down. We're gonna watch it leave here and arrive at its new home. Not sure if it's a he or she, but it has arrived at its new home. None other than the Brooks Mine here at Nyack Park in Scranton. I believe this will be the first time ever this Loki is running on these rails here at Brooks. It's a proud moment for the UGM guys, understandably. And what I learned, and we're going to learn more about, is that that unit was far from how it looks today when they acquired it. And the fact that it's operational and brought to a mine that many of us never thought would be open again speaks volumes about dedication, determination, ingenuity, and, well, the want and need to keep mining history alive.
We've derailed motors everywhere we've been, so no guarantees. We said we were going to test this curve first with a little tiny mine car too, but we might as well. Go big or go home. Yeah. You're all right. You're rubbing, but that's normal. You want a break? Oh yeah. Full engagement on the wheel. Brake works. Yeah, it does. With a skid. That surprised me. Oh yeah. You're good. Yeah? Yep. Remember, there's no stopping quick. About 3 inches of clearance. What's your head? Oh my God, look at all the cameras.
Big boy too. Plenty of clear.
It's little boy.
Little boy.
Yeah, big boy left Scranton, and now little boy showed up. Oh my God.
The Whitcomb's in a coal mine, boys!
Holy shit!
Plenty.
Yes! Oh, we gotta push that mine car back. If only we had something to push that mine car back with.
If we only had something to push.
You know what though? It doesn't have bumpers. Is it gonna smash? Watch, this thing's gonna roll back a little bit.
Legs are.
This thing since 2003 when we pulled it out of the coal bank.
And there's never been a mine motor in this mine.
Well, not that. No, I don't think so. All right, strong men, let's push this buggy back. Now, see if she rolls on her own. Oh yeah, she doesn't even need the speed control. Yes. Yes. Now's when it derails and cleans out our timber and we can't open the place on Saturday for hot dogs. Yeah.
Have you posted anything, Chris? I'm waiting
Oh yeah, sweet.
So after everyone taking a trip on the Loki here, I figure you guys want to learn more about it. So Chris, Banks, and Adam are going to tell you some details about how they acquired it, where it came from, and how it came to be what it is today, which is, as far as we know, the first time it's ever been in this mine, or Loki itself been in this mine, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
And since restoring it, this is the furthest it's ran on track since you kind of brought it back to life.
Yeah, since 2008.
So
yeah.
there's a lot more to learn, so let them take it away.
So how about this?
This is insane.
The Whitcomb locomotive ran in the Brooks mine, ran underground for the first time. Something I've been wanting to do for 22 years now, 23 years,
Yeah.
whatever it's been. So this locomotive was originally built for the Richmondale Coal Company up near Forest City in 1926. And 1926 just happens to be 100 years ago. So this was delivered to the coal company in March of 1926. So this thing on its 100th birthday just made it back underground again. I don't have the dates in front of me, but I believe that coal mine closed in Richmondale in the 1930s. Eric, do you know? Remember offhand? 34. So if this thing was delivered to them in 26 and closed in 34, I think we've owned this longer than the coal company ever did. So that's that's something. We acquired this from the Waddell coal breaker site in Winton, which is just outside Archibald, in 2003. And we learned that that coal breaker site was getting scrapped. The breaker was already kind of burned down, but they were scrapping the rest of it. And we went to take pictures of the breaker, what was left of it. And we saw this sitting right side alongside the breaker. This was put there in the 90s outside of a tube, a big 6-foot culvert coming out of a coal bank. And they made it look like a coal mine for a haunted mine tour, or a haunted coal breaker hayride tour they had going around the breaker there. So it sat there from the 90s, like, I don't know if I said, it came from Bauman Scrapyard before that, up in Childs, just outside Carbondale and Mayfield. So it moved to Waddell, which kind of is what saved it, because everything was getting scrapped at Bauman Scrapyard at that point too. And of all the locomotives they could have picked, I think there was probably 24 of them up at Bauman's. They picked this one, just maybe it was easy to move, who knows, but that happened to be a godsend for it, I guess, because remember the motor was in
excellent shape.
The motor,
the
electrical motor, the electrical motor
electrically,
itself.
the thing was fit except for the controller.
Right. Yeah,
the motor itself was fine.
It looked like they had just restored the motor before they put the thing in the scrapyard. So we rebuilt the brush holder because it was a little bit rusty, and a buddy of mine came up from the number 9 mine tour, who at that point was rewiring all their mine motors, because that had just opened at that point in 2002, and he rewired their mine locomotives for him. He came up and took a look at this, and I said, oh yeah, we can make that go. And we had literally just pulled it out of the comb bank. And I got 3 airplane batteries, we hooked jumper cables to them in series, and down the track it went. We had it sitting on 30 feet of track and didn't do anything to it. In like a half hour, we had it going.
Yeah, and forward was this way, then you had to reverse the cables and go the other way.
Yeah, it didn't look like this. It was a rusty piece of mess.
Yeah.
It was just like, if you go on undergroundminers.com and look at the pictures, you see the old pictures of what this looked like when it came out of the comb bank.
When I first met Chris and Banks, their first phone call to me was, do you want to come up and work on the mine motor? I think I was up there in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so that was probably 2004 or so when we got it running down the little 30-foot section of track. Well, then once we learned that the thing ran, well, now we can't just run on 30 feet of track. So I told my dad, and my dad said, yeah, you could put it in our yard for now, and then 30 feet of track turns into 60 feet of track, and 60 feet of track turns into 100 feet of track, and 100 feet of track turns into 800 feet of track, and next thing you know, Dad has a railroad going around his property. But
that was a fun time.
Yep. And Matt Pompey from Scranton Dodge and Titanic Auto Mart, he gave us a bay in his garage to rebuild the locomotive in there in the wintertime.
That and the mine cars?
And the mine cars we built in there. His family owned the Pompey Coal Company in Jessup, and he said if you paint Pompey Coal Company on the side of it, you could have the garage bay. So while it was at my dad's and on display there, and at another spot after we took it out of there, it displayed his family's coal name on the side. And it stayed that way until we decided, then it sat at the airport for a little while after my dad moved for probably, 10 years?
10
Yeah,
years.
we didn't have a place for it.
Yeah.
Kind of all, life happens and things move on, and UGM never really died, but this project kind of sat on a standstill for a while.
Yep.
And then,
It was not forgotten, but
nope.
Yeah.
it was on the back burner, I guess you could say.
And so we got a little shop at the airport and brought the Whitcomb back up and got this thing kind of, it had been sitting outside for 10 years, which wasn't, that bad for it. But we had a tarp over it, but it still needed to be gone through again. And we got it all cleaned up and got it painted up nice again.
And then Brooks happened.
And then Brooks happened.
And that was the problem, really, why it was in a field for so long. We really had no place for it to go appropriately. What are you going to do? We have this thing, it's awesome, but what are you going to do with it?
So there was a reason when we were rebuilding the Brooks mine here why we put in 36-inch gauge track and set the timbers as we did. And as soon as we started this project, I said to myself, we're going to get that Whitcomb underground again. And just last year, we decided to finish the track work and get it to curve up and go around outside here so we can actually get it here on a rollback and, run it up and around the corner. And I said, wouldn't it be great for its 100th birthday to get it underground again?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
mission accomplished.
Columbus and Clark Summit.
Accomplished.
I mean, they got it here for us. The driver, Andrew, who is a UGM member and one of our fondest guys.
You could hear him.
By far the most handsome.
But, like these guys are saying, we're ecstatic to have this thing actually running underground. It's been, 22, 23 years that we've been dreaming of the day that this could possibly happen. We never knew that it would. We've had all kinds of ideas of where it could, when it might, and for this to have all just kind of rolled together and happened like it did, it's really something.
It's crazy.
And 100 years later.
100 years later, yeah.
It's so cool.
And another thing I want to mention too is batteries. So this thing runs on batteries. We had some used airplane batteries in here for a little while, and it's 96 volts. So there was 426 or 428 volt batteries in series with each other. So that was a little higher than 96, but whatever, it worked out just fine. But then when we wanted to bring it here, we had gotten a grant from the city of Scranton towards some projects at the Brooks mine here, some improvements we wanted to do, and one of them was to display the Whitcomb and to use it here as educational demonstration purposes. So we actually were able to purchase new batteries, deep cycle storage batteries that are made to run in this thing. So it's running way better than it ever has, and we're just happy for the city here for letting us, do what we do with Brooks and keep the mine open, give tours, tell stories about the anthracite, and restore equipment like this and display it here.
Yep.
So it's technically the data plate would say it's a Whitcomb ESB, the class of ESB electric storage battery. It's a 4-ton locomotive. It's a 36-inch track gauge, so that's from the inside of the rail to the inside of the rail, from the wheel flange to the wheel flange is 36 inches. 96 volts. It's 11 feet long. It could pull back in the colliery days. This wouldn't have been used at a big mine for hauling long trips of coal cars through the mine. This would have been like a gathering locomotive. So on long haulage trips and collieries, like at Richmonddale, where it was built for, they would have a trolley line through the mine. And bigger locomotives, 8-ton, 10-ton, 12-ton trolley line locomotives would haul the coal back to the shaft or the slope or outside on a tunnel or a drift. Trips of a dozen to 18, 4-ton coal cars. So this would have been a gathering locomotive. So they didn't run the trolley line all through the entire mine. They just ran it on main haulage ways and gangways and tunnels. When you'd cut into a chamber, some locomotives had a cable reel on top where you could hook like an extension cord onto your trolley line and then run in, grab your car, and come out. Well, some collieries had battery locomotives where you didn't have to worry about any of that. So you could just jump on your battery locomotive. The gathering motormen would run these things throughout the mine and put the cars, almost like a switching railroad locomotive. They would just put the cars together on the outside of chambers, and then the haulage locomotive would come, grab them all, put them in a trip, and out to the breaker they go.
Yep, completely independent of power source, other than having to be charged. Kind of like your modern Teslas or electric vehicles now.
This is the original EV, baby.
Yeah, the original EV.
Yes, it is.
So it's pretty awesome that now we got the only operating electric mine locomotive in the northern anthracite field right now.
That is very true.
Right here at the Brooks mine. Yeah. We're not going to give rides with this or anything right now. This is just a demonstration piece. We can show people like going in and out, but we do have another small surprise coming soon.
To think this is probably the oldest operating battery locomotive as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, anywhere.
Anywhere.
I can't think of one. I'm racking my brain right now of the other tour mines or anywhere else that has one this old that's running.
Pete might have something. No, there's a gasoline one, that old one they have.
Yeah.
But yeah, the locomotive, the battery motors at number 9, I believe they were built in the 50s, and the 2 at Pioneer Tunnel, I think, were also built in the 50s or 60s. Maybe
Yeah, they're Greensburgs. They're
maybe
way more
the 40s,
modern
but
than this.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just, that's the nice thing about when things were built in 1926. I do got to give props to, I know everybody kind of worked on the track going through here, but Jerry and Justin did most of the track work going through the mine, and Greg, it's perfect track work in the mine. The curves are perfect, the motor track's perfect through it, everything is perfect track work in the mine. All the sills are nice. All the curves, they're not just bent at the splice plates, because you don't do that, do you, Banks?
No, you never do that.
Yeah, you never do that. So everything's...
Wait, no. Oh, colliery mine. Yeah.
Colliery mine, yeah. All right, so hopefully JP will get this out soon, but this Saturday we're actually having a hot dog cookout here at the coal mine. Mark's done a couple of these now, and it's a huge turnout. Mark makes the best hot dog in Scranton, or in the anthracite, I want to say. So we're going to have a cookout here. We're going to have the Whitcomb out for display. We might put it up here. We're going to have it in the mine. We're going to run in and out for people. It's going to be a great time. So come on out this Saturday, July 11th. July 11th, yes, July 11th. And we're going to have it here for about a month. So it'll be inside the mine on display. And then it's going to go back to the shop, and something else is going to come here.
Well, that was a really unique experience. So before I do say anything, I do want to give 2 shout outs. First off to the UGM group, the Underground Miners, for inviting me out here to be able to document such a historic moment, not only for their behalf, but for all of yours as well who are interested in this type of thing. Also, a shout out to the equipment that was used, Interstate Safety Service of Clark Summit, for allowing them to use their equipment, their truck, to work with the Underground Miners to transport the Loki from the shop to here today. It makes things a lot easier for everyone all involved, and Andrew, the driver, did a phenomenal job loading, unloading, and transporting it down the road. This for me though was something special because I've been working with the UGM for a number of years now, back when this mine wasn't even open to the public, to here we are today, bringing a functioning mine Loki inside of it. Things have come full circle from where things were a number of years ago before I even knew the underground miners to where we are today, working with them on so many projects, and I feel extremely fortunate and 100% appreciative of every time I do get invited out to be able to document a piece of anthracite history, whether it's something here at the Brooks mine or at their shop or giving tours at number 9, whatever it is, I fully enjoy it. Anything involving coal mining history, both above and below ground, I take special interest in. So being involved with this, to be able to document it and even get to operate it once was something spectacular. And knowing that that locomotive is now 100 years old, all I can say is wow. I didn't know that until they said it in that moment. And both Banks, Adam, and Chris shared incredible details and stories about it, from where they found it, to operating it in Chris's dad's backyard, to almost being forgotten and left behind, to coming to a full restoration where it operates better than it ever has. So job well done to everyone involved, and being able to show you the process of transporting something like this is also pretty neat, showing you how they take it off the rails in their shop, load it with planks of wood onto the rollback, get it going down the road, something you don't see every day, a mine Loki on a rollback going down the state streets, and then coming here, getting unloaded, and nothing happened that it wasn't supposed to. You know, there's no derailments, nothing dangerous happened, nothing sketchy. It all went according to plan. Like I said, I think they've done this 1 or 2 times before. And to find out that they actually have more plans in store after this locomotive leaves for something else, I have a small insight, which I can't share, but just trust me, you'll want to learn about it and come see it for yourself once that does happen. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening to everything I've shared, the guys have shared, and being able to see what's involved with these projects, because the public comes here and sees, you know, the piece of equipment on display or functioning, but they don't always realize what it takes to get it here and where it came from and how much time, effort, money, and materials were put into it. So with that being said, with the different views I was able to give with the X5 camera and this one, and getting some different perspectives, I think I did my best to capture it. Hopefully they enjoy it as much as you guys do as well. So thanks so much for watching, take care, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.